go.
So thank you again, and welcome everybody. So as I was saying earlier, you might want something to be sitting on, like I'm sitting on my blanket, and you might want to have some blocks because we'll be doing a low lunge, or you may be using them in other ways. And we may be using the strap depending on the time. So just, it would be good to have those handy. You know, one of the nice things about you doing this at home is that you have all your equipment right there, and you can, you know, improvise in whatever way you like. So the other thing that is bad about this, though, is that I can't see you. So you have to watch out for yourself. And if something doesn't feel good, don't do it or make a modification. And with that, let's go ahead and begin. So let's lie down on our backs. We're going to start in Shavasana. You can be in full Shavasana, where your legs are long, if you like. Or if that's uncomfortable for your low back or your hips or anything, you could also bend your knees coming into constructive rest pose. And that's where you let your feet come out a little bit wider than your hips and just let your knees knock in together. But so make sure you're comfortable in whatever way you put yourself. So I'll give you a moment to do that. And then close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath. Focus on the natural rhythm of your breath. Don't change it at all. Maybe guide your breath deep into your belly. And then you might also try to lengthen your breath with each inhale and exhale, but this is not necessary. Your own natural breath is just fine. Feel your body on the earth, being held by the earth, and release into it, and let the floor hold you. Let all your muscles relax, all your muscles release. Let your forehead be soft, your eyes soft and floating back, your jaw released, your shoulders relaxed on the earth. Bring your attention to any sensations you may be having in your body. Notice if you're comfortable everywhere, or if there's tension anywhere. And if you're uncomfortable or tense or feel a little bit like it's not quite right, go ahead and adjust your body and then settle back into stillness when you find that perfect place to rest. And now focus on the subtle energy of your body. Are you feeling happy or sad, energetic, or boy, it's the end of a long day, or just tense or at ease, or maybe it's somewhere in between and you feel very nice. So just focus on those feelings, noticing where you are at this point. Take a few breaths here, noticing your sensations. And now draw your attention to the energy of your body. Are you really calm? Is your body just, getting restless because you want to be moving, or somewhere in between? Just notice the energy that you feel. Take a few breaths here, noticing the energy. And now focus on your thoughts. Are your thoughts, let me think, calm? Are they racing? Are you focused on one thing that just keeps running over and over in your mind? Or have you been able to let all those thoughts drift away? Again, just noticing. And then focus back on your breath, on the inhale and the exhale. And let's take one deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Really releasing to the floor. And now we'll begin our practice. So you can keep lying down if you, with your eyes closed if you like, or you can have your eyes open. We're going to start just with a full body stretch. Okay. Reaching out through your hands, through your fingers, reaching out through your heels, maybe through your toes. Just a nice long stretch through your whole body. And then release that. We're going to move to Banana Asana now. This is a nice side stretch. So we're going to scoot our feet over to the right. And then if that's enough for you, stay right there. But if you want a little more, go ahead and move your shoulders also over to the right. And you can have your arms wherever you like them, but if you want, if it's comfortable for your arms, have them overhead on the floor. Breathe into the side stretch. Feel the little muscles between the ribs get a nice stretch here. And if you want just a little bit more, maybe take your right hand and hold onto your left hand to get just a little bit more of a stretch on that side. And then we're going to begin, we're going to move back to the center. So let's start by moving our shoulders back to center, arms down, and then your feet back to the center. And let's allow the spine to get into alignment again. Make whatever moves you need. And then we'll move to the other side. So we'll move our feet over to the left. And then again, if that's enough for you, stay right there. If you want more, you can take your arms overhead and even move your shoulders over to the left as well. Getting this good stretch along the right side of the body. If you want a little more, you can grab your right wrist with your left hand to just give a little tug, a little gentle tug to that right arm. We'll take a few more breaths here. And then move back to center. Okay. All right. Let's come into constructive rest pose now. That's where our knees are bent and our feet are on the floor. And we're going to do a little for our necks now. First of all, just take your head and look over to the right. And notice how far your head moves easily to the right. Don't force it at all. Just let it go as wherever it's easy to get to. And notice that. And then come back so your head, your face is up towards the ceiling. And now bring your arms into Genie Arms. And so holding on to your elbows with your fingers. And then begin to just gently move the arms over to the left. And they may go far, maybe all the way to the floor, but they may be a little stiff here, mine are. And so a gentle movement. We're going to do this about 10 times, slow and easy. Beginning to release some of the muscles along the upper back and shoulder. Maybe follow it with your breath, exhaling as you move the arms to the side and inhaling when you come back. Or maybe the other way around, or maybe just let your breath be normal. Again, it's whatever suits you. And you may find that as you continue doing this, you get a little more motion in your shoulder here. Your arms can go a little farther to the left. I think we're up to 2 more, so this will be 2. And then 1. Bring your arms overhead, over your chest and release them down. And now let's just take our head and look over to the right again. And see if it's more easy, if it's easier to turn your head over to the right. For me, it is. It sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. We're going to do the same to the other side now. So again, start by just turning your head to look over towards the left and notice how far it goes easily. And then bring your head back to center so that your face is facing the ceiling. And get your Genie Arms again. And this time we're going to lower the arms over to the right. And then back to center. And your head doesn't move at all. So over to the right and back to center. And continue doing this. And again, you may want to match your breath with the movement, or maybe not. You may notice a difference in this side and the other side, how far the arms can move. And about 3 more, so 3. And 2. And then 1. And then bring your arms back to center and release them down by your sides or your tummy, whatever you like. And then turn your head to the left and see if it can move more easily. Oh, that helped me a lot. Oh, that was nice. Okay. You can do this when you're sitting up as well, but it's harder to keep your shoulders from moving. When we're lying down like this, it's pretty easy to keep your back and shoulders in one place. All right, let's do these Genie Arms one more time. We're going to, this is really for the shoulders. We're going to try and open up the shoulders. We're going to circle the arms around over the head and then to the side and down over the chest and around again. Again, nice, slow, easy movements. Just giving our shoulders a chance to wake up. If this doesn't feel good to you, you can
wait until we find, we go on to the next one. When you come to your head the next time, reverse the circles. They don't have to be big circles either. They can be little circles or whatever is good for your body. Let's do one more around. And next time you come to your head, then go ahead and release your arms down to the side. We're going to do a few versions of dead bug. Our first version is where we are going to take our hands to our thighs, just bring our thighs towards our body and lift our feet up towards the ceiling. And the legs don't have to be straight. If you can get them straight, fine. If you can't, that's okay. But there should be as close to a 90-degree angle as you can at the hip. And then we're going to take our arms and reach up towards the ceiling. So this is our first dead bug. And notice how it's feeling. Maybe this dead bug still has some life in it. Let's go ahead and point and flex our hands and feet. Warming up the wrists and ankle joints. And then circle. And then the other direction. And then let's release and bring the feet back down to the floor and the arms down as well. We're going to come back into the constructive rest pose and take a breath. The next version of the dead bug that we're going to do is going to require more of the core here. So we're going to do a little practice first. We're going to just lift the right leg up with the 90-degree angle at the knee and the hip. And we're going to take the left hand and press gently on that leg, but the leg's not going to move. But feel what happens in your core. Your low back engages, your core engages, and then release. And now the other side. Lift your left leg up and press into it with your right hand. And again, notice how the core engages. And let's do that a few more times, just so that we get an idea. So right leg, left hand, an idea of how it feels through the core. Because it's going to be important when we come to the dead bug movements that core is engaged. And one more on each side. Left hand to right knee. And then right hand to left knee. Good. Okay. Our first version of dead bug, our next version, I guess I should say, is we're going to bring both knees up. So we have the 90-degree angle in both of the legs at the knees and the hips. And let's just have our arms wherever is good for you. And we're going to engage the core, pressing down the low back towards the earth and touch down the right toe and then up. And you don't have to touch it all the way down if that isn't good for you. It can be a tiny movement. Oh, I did the left leg also. Then right leg. And then left leg. Touching down or wherever you can go. And we'll do that about, I don't know, 3 times on each side. So that must be about it. And then we'll release the feet to the floor. And maybe to give your back a little bit of relief, let's go ahead and take the feet out to the edge of the mat and just gently windshield wiper back and forth, releasing the lower back because we're not done with dead bugs yet. The next version of the dead bug is going to require some coordination also, some brain stuff. So, okay, I hope we're ready for this. We're going to start by bringing our legs up again, same way as before. And this time our arms are going to be up towards the ceiling. There are lots of versions of dead bug, and this is, so I just chose this one. What we're going to do now, again, engage your core, low back to the floor, and you can modify it in any way that you like, okay? So we're going to lower the right toes down and the left arm can go overhead. And then both of them come up. And then left leg down, right arm, and then come back up. And left arm, right leg, up. Left leg, right arm, up. Keep your core engaged. Other leg, up. And last time, and up. Okay, release out of that. And again, we'll take our feet wide and do a gentle windshield wiper to release our low back, our core. Ah, yes. So you can do that every day. Play dead bug. Get some strong abs there. It's really good for your posture. It's good for lots of things. Protecting your back. Okay. All right, let's bring one knee in, Apanasana. Hand around your shin. Let's do the right leg first. Hands around your shin or your thigh, or you can just hold on to your pants if that's better for you. So we're again giving a gentle stretch to the low back on the right side. If you would like to stretch out the left leg, go ahead. You don't have to. Your shoulders should be relaxed down on the floor. Your face is soft, you're breathing. And then we're going to let go with the right arm and let the right arm come to the side, maybe in a T with the palm up. And then we're going to guide the right leg, right knee across the body, coming into a gentle twist. Now, this is our first real twist for the day. So make it a gentle one for you. Okay, don't press your leg all the way to the floor if it's not easy to do. And then release that leg up and bring that foot to the floor. Actually, bring both feet to the floor. And take a moment here to get all aligned again. And let's begin the same thing on the left side. So we'll bring the left leg in, putting the hands around the shin or the thigh, or holding onto your pants, whatever you like. Or you can also use the belt if you like. So you're getting this nice gentle stretch of the low back on the left side now. And let's go ahead and lengthen the right leg out if that's okay with you. You know, if it doesn't lengthen out straight all the way, you could have it bent, and that's fine too. And now we're going to keep holding the knee or the leg or whatever you're holding on to with the right hand. And the left one goes out in a T with the palm up. And we gently guide that left knee over to the right side. Again, just to whatever level feels like it's a real nice twist, you know, it feels good to your body. And then release that. Bring your feet back to the floor and align your spine again. Take a breath here. And we're going to roll over on one side and then press up to a seated position. And I'm going to get my blanket again. Okay. So come into your easy pose, whatever that is. That can be with your legs crossed, or it can be with your legs out, or one leg out and one leg in. It can be with props under your legs, whatever feels right for your body. Okay. So hold on to your knees, pull gently on your knees, lengthen through the spine. Lift your head up towards the ceiling, coming into a nice, easy pose here. You can do this even with your legs out. You can pull up on your knee. That's fine. Okay. And now let's take the right hand to the floor. Oops, and the left hand to the floor, sorry. And bring the right arm up and inhale and lengthen. And then exhale over to the side. Now, if this feels bad on your shoulder, you can do this by just leaving your arm by your side and lifting the shoulder up towards your ear. Okay. So again, we're stretching the side of our body, the right side. Let's go ahead and bend that arm and bring it into cactus arm. And feel your shoulder blades maybe coming towards each other, and maybe rotate just a little bit towards the ceiling. So your chest is opening up towards the ceiling. And then come back to your side bend. Inhale, come up. And bring this hand to the opposite knee. So right hand to left knee. The other hand is on the floor. Lengthen through the spine again. And exhale, turn towards the left. And if it's okay with your neck, go ahead and turn your head to look over your left shoulder. And then release and come back to the front. And we'll take a moment just to get our spine all nicely aligned again. Okay. And let's do that on the other side. So the right hand to the floor, the left arm up, if that's okay with your arm, and then fold over to the right. You know, I didn't say it on the other side, but to make sure that you're getting this good stretch on the side, press into the left hip sits bone also.
It's not as so important how far down towards the floor you go. What's important is that you're lengthening through that side and getting a good stretch on those ribs. Let's go ahead and make the cactus arm or goddess arm. Turn and open towards the ceiling. And then come back to your side bend. Reach up. And we're going to bring this left arm down to the right knee. And the left fingers still stay down. And we're going to turn now towards the right. And again, if it's okay with your neck, you can turn and look over your right shoulder. And then come back to the center. Good. Okay. I'd like to interlace the fingers, press them away, lower the chin down, and get a good stretch across the top of the back there. So you're not rounding your back down. All you're doing is stretching your arms out. Your shoulder blades are coming apart. Good. All right, let's come to table. And again, if you'd like to use a cushion of some kind under your knees, like you can use your blanket, or if you have a pillow, go right ahead and use it. And we're going to start with a wide-legged child's pose. So what we do with this is we are going to bring our knees like to the width of the mat if you can. Big toes are together. And we're going to sit back and we're going to be stretching our sides again. So we're going to walk our hands over, say, to the right side, keeping our hips going straight out, where they were to begin with, and lowering down the head towards the floor, reaching the left fingers as far as you can so that you get a good stretch on that left side. So we're going to have real long sides after today. Take some breaths here. And walk your hands to the center. Let's just stop here for a moment and rest, letting our spine align. And now we'll take our hands and walk them over to the left side. And again, our hips are still going to be facing directly forward. And we're getting this stretch in the side as we reach with our right hand as far as we can towards the left. And your head goes down. And then come back to center. And let's come up to table pose with the knees under the hips. Okay. And your wrists underneath your shoulders. All right. Ouch. Let's do some cat and cow. And you can do your cat and cow any way you like, but let's start with just regular cat and cow. So exhaling and feel your spine lengthen towards the ceiling. And then inhale and coming into cow. And exhale into cat. And inhale into cow. And try to let the motion begin from the pelvis. So as you move into your cow, your pelvis moves towards your thighs,
Your spine follows, your head comes up. And as you move into cat, your pelvis moves away from your thighs. The spine follows, and you make it to cat. A few more times. And now you might want to do some variations here. Maybe you'd like to drop your hips over to one side and then the other side. Or maybe you like the feel of it when you're circling your whole body like you're scraping out the peanut butter from a jar with your body. Or whatever other thing would feel good to you. And then come to stillness. This first thing we're going to do while we're here, well, also if your wrists are getting kind of, feeling bad, you can take a moment and make circles with it. And you can also come down to your forearms. You can also come onto your knuckles so that your wrist is not bent. All right, so let's take the left leg back and the toes down and just gently press back so you get a nice stretch along the back of your leg. And then release that. And now let's do it on the other side. Stretching the other leg back, toes down, and press back gently. And then come forward. So we did dead bug, which was strengthening our core, and also cat and cow strengthens the core. We're going to do another one now for the core, and it's a balance pose. So we get all kinds of good things out of this. We're going to do Sunbird. And if you like, you can extend only the leg. Let's do the left leg back. And if you're feeling sturdy and your core is really engaged, you can lift your right arm out front. But you don't have to if you don't want to. And breathe here. You may find yourself a little wobbly, and that's good. Your body is acting well to keep you balanced. And then let's bring both the hand and the knee down. Take a breath. Or two. And now let's go the other side. Right leg back. And if that's all you want to do, that's fine. If you're feeling like your core is engaged very nicely and you're steady, take your left arm out front. Breathe. And then release. Good. Let's sit back into child's pose. You may want to widen your knees out. Sit your hips back. If you want to block for under your head, that's fine. Or you can fold your arms, whatever you like. You also can circle your hands to release your wrists. Open and close your fingers. Open them wide. Gentle fist. Open wide. Good. And now let's come up to table one more time. And this is where you may want your blocks. We're going to be doing the low lunge. I
think I'll turn sideways this time, or facing the camera. Okay. Let's bring the left foot out front. And so you're going to have this slant here on your right leg. I have a cramp in the bottom of my foot. Nice. Okay, there it goes. All right. So we're in this low lunge. And you can stay right here if you like. If you're feeling like you can do this, put your hands on your thigh and come a little more upright. And then again, if you want more, you can come into Crescent Low Lunge, lifting your arms up with the hands facing each other. And I know you can't see my hands, but I think you know what this is. And then this is another option. We're going to do another side stretch. So we're going to take our left hand down to our thigh or our hip, and the right arm stays up, and then we fold over towards the left. Ah, yes. So this is a nice side stretch, but you also may feel it in your hip flexor, your right hip flexor there. And then come back up. And let's go ahead and bring that knee back underneath, the left knee back underneath us. Good. Take a breath or two here. And then we're going to take the other foot out, the right foot forward. And the main thing you want to notice here is that your right knee doesn't go past in front of your ankle. It can be above your ankle or behind it. Okay, good. All right. And again, you can stay right here for the whole time if you like. Or if you're feeling steady, come upright a little bit. Take a breath here while you make sure you're stable. And then you can stay here, or you can lift up your arms into low crescent lunge, or low lunge, crescent low lunge. There we go. It's kind of like a short warrior one. And then if you like a little more, bring your right hand to your right hip and fold over towards the right. Again, another side stretch. And not only the side, but you may feel it in your left hip flexor as well. Inhale up and release down, and bring this right foot, right knee back underneath you. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so we're going to come down. Let's set the blocks aside. Okay. And I'm going to set my blanket aside as well. And we're going to come down onto our fronts and come into Crocodile Pose. So I think I need to move back just a little bit. Okay. All right, so we're in Crocodile Pose. You fold your hands on top of each other. Your head rests on your hands. Your big toes are touching with your heels out. And you just rest. Sounds like a good idea to me. We'll take a few breaths here. And each inhale that you take, you feel your belly press into the floor. So you're actually getting a nice massage for your internal organs on the front of your body there. All right, just wiggle your bottom a little bit. Again, to help release the low back. Okay. And now take one leg and stretch it back, lift it and stretch it back, and lower it back down. The other one, lift and stretch back and lower down. And then you're going to take your hands wider than your mat on your fingertips. And this is called waving Cobra. We're going to just lift up on an inhale. And you don't lift up very high. And exhale back down. And inhale, lift up. And exhale down. Let's do it 3 more times. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And inhaling up and exhaling down. I hope that was 3 because that's enough for me. Okay. Again, rest your head on your hands. This time let's bend the knees and windshield wiper the legs, the lower legs. This is to help release the low back. And then let's roll over onto our backs. And I think we have time for the strap. Let's go ahead and get our strap as well. So we'll start with the knees bent and feet on the floor. And we're going to take our right foot in, our right knee in towards the chest and put the strap around our right foot. And lift the foot towards the ceiling. We're going to do Supta Padangusthasana, hand to big toe pose. And we're going to just gently hold the right leg up there with the strap. The upper arms are on the floor, and you're not stressing anywhere. Everywhere is relaxed, and you're getting a nice gentle stretch of your hamstring here. And if you like, you can go ahead and lengthen your left leg out. And if you do that, flex that left foot as well. The hamstring stretch on your right leg may have intensified just a little bit. If it's too much, release it down some. This is a nice way to cool down after doing a practice. We can take our time here, enjoy the stretches. Let's put both ends of the strap in the right hand, and the left hand goes out in the T with the palm up, and lower the right leg over to the right. Now you want to keep your left hip on the floor. So we're not tilting, we're keeping the pelvis steady. Again, you might want to make sure that your
left foot is flexed. And then on your next inhale, lift your leg up and switch hands. So the strap goes into your left hand and your right hand is out in the T with the palm up, and lower your right leg over to the left. And your hip can come off the floor this time. So we're getting a nice, this is actually a bit of a twist here. And we're getting a nice stretch along the right hip, outer hip, and up the side of the body. And you may even feel it all the way up into your right armpit. On your next inhale, lift your leg up. Bend your knee and release the right foot. I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to put my left foot right in here. Bring your right foot to the floor, knee bent. You're holding your left leg up with the strap. Again, everything is soft. Your upper arms are on the floor. Your forehead soft, your jaw soft. You're breathing. And if you like, you can lengthen your right leg out and flex the right foot. And now put both ends of the strap into the left hand and lower the left leg over to the left. Again, keeping your right hip on the floor, your right buttocks on the floor. Your right arm is out to the right with the palm up. Your right foot is flexed. You press through that right heel. On your next inhale, lift the leg up. Switch hands so the right hand has a strap. The left hand is out in the T with the palm up, and lower your left leg over to the right. And again, that left hip can come off the floor. We're getting a nice outer thigh stretch that's all around the left outer hip, up the side of the body maybe, and all the way maybe to the armpit of the left arm. Let's inhale that leg back up. Bend your knee and release the strap. And come into Shavasana, or if there's something you would like to do to make, some movement you want to make before you go into Shavasana, go ahead. Otherwise, make yourself comfortable and come into Shavasana. It can be with a bolster or pillow under your knees if you like. It could be with your feet on the chair, or you can have legs at the wall, whatever you like. Just be really comfortable and release your whole body into the earth. If you haven't done so already, close your eyes.
Notice how your body feels here at the end of the practice. We talked about at the beginning in the centering, how does your body feel? How does your mind feel and your sense, all of that, your energy. Think about that all over again. And has anything changed for you? Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax back into the ground. Allow the tension to flow away. And allow the earth to hold you. As you rest peacefully, begin to form an image in your mind. Imagine you're in a safe, comfortable room, and the room is pleasantly dark. You're feeling completely at ease. And picture a candle in front of you. Imagine the glow of the candle and see the soft light it creates. Imagine what the candle looks like. You can choose the shape. Is it tall and thin? Is it a big ball candle? Is it is it square? Just what shape is it? You choose. What color is it? Is it green for spring or just any mixture of colors? And what size is it? Is it big or little? Somewhere in between? So get a picture of this candle in your mind. Feel yourself relaxing as you watch the beautiful patterns made by the light of the candle. Picture the candle in front of you and notice the soft flame at the top of the candle gently moving as the candle burns. See how it flickers slightly in response to your breath as you exhale. Watch how the flame responds each time you breathe. And as the candle burns, feel the tension easing and the relaxation flowing through your body. Notice the wax getting softer and softer, and feel your body also becoming softer. Imagine that the candle gently melts away the stresses and tension you have been holding in your body. Notice that the wax of the candle is softening, melting, turning to liquid, warm and flowing, free from tension. See the wax of the candle melting the way your tension is melting away. As the melted wax builds, see it slowly overflow and pour down the side of the candle drop by drop. It feels like any stresses you were holding on to are dripping away with each drop of wax from the candle. The soft flame of relaxation warms you from the inside, melting away all stress. Watch the candle melting, feeling the same effects of tension on your body, melting, relaxing. Continue to observe the burning candle, enjoying the relaxation you are experiencing for the next few moments. And now feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like, since you're in your own special place. Or if you're ready to finish this session, take a deep breath and slowly blow out your candle. And then become aware of the time and the place you are in today. Slowly stretch your muscles, open your eyes, roll to your side, press yourself up to sitting. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all the love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you along. Thank you for joining me this evening. Namaste. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.